show, everyone. We have a new board op that's been here for a little bit, but we just starting now, and we are going to be live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. So we're going to share this show right afterwards. It's a live show, you guys, so anything can happen. So I'm going to bring in with my first guests who have been on once with me before. I'm really excited about bringing them on because this information is so important. And I'm going to say it. I say it every single time I do my show. I don't care how much everybody gets sick of it. It's information for you guys out there. And that's what I love about it, is that it's not necessarily political in any way. It's stuff for you guys to hear. Maybe you want to use it. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for someone that you know. I have with me right now Carolyn Rhea, and she's the owner of Professional Claims Management. She also has with her Christopher Boardman, and also Michael Harker, and they are the adjusters. You all do it, right?
Public
and let me
adjusters.
tell you something about public adjusters, you guys. They work for you. So listen up. Let's let them tell us what they do. Go ahead.
Happy Friday afternoon, Carol, and yeah, we're public adjusters. We are licensed by the state of Arizona, amongst other states, and our sole job is to adjust property insurance claims.
And when does it happen? I was just thinking, when you said happy weekend, and the first thing that came in my mind is, when does stuff happen? Over the weekends or late at night?
All the time.
That's true.
There are fires going constantly.
Let's talk a bit about that. Go ahead. And what, the different types of things that you will help them with and all, you do so much. Go ahead.
Well, I think it's important for anyone that's going through a insurance loss, whether residential or commercial, to know that there's options and you don't just have to accept what the insurance carrier is offering you for your loss.
Right, you pay for coverage. You've got a policy. You set it up with your agent to provide you a benefit when something goes wrong. Something goes wrong and your insurance company suddenly backs off and says, sorry, we can't help you with that. That's what we're here for.
And you do both residential and commercial?
Both of them.
And
Currently
you also,
handling them.
I understand that you're also nationwide.
Yes, we're licensed in a few states, and we can get licensed in just about any state and it's here.
So, okay, the number to call them, you got to write this stuff down. The number is 480-840-1816. You also do second opinions. I want to talk a little bit about that. This is important for people to hear.
There's nothing like when a homeowner has a loss at their house, whether it's water, fire, wind, anything like that. They call their insurance carrier. Insurance carrier sends out an adjuster. They look around, snap pictures, ask pointed questions of the insured about what happened, leave, and then a week and a half, 2 weeks later, they receive a notice saying your claim was denied. Most people that are in that scenario feel like they have no options, and that's exactly where we can be that option. They can call us up. We have free consultations, and we can give them an honest answer on what they're looking at, and as far as the claim, the scope of loss, and costs of repair.
Well, tell them also about how you work on a contingency basis. Listen up, people.
Just like hiring an attorney on a contingency basis, we only get paid when you get paid. So there's never any out-of-pocket money to you. If your claim has been denied and for some reason we can't get it turned around, you don't owe us any fees. If we do get it turned around, then of course we get paid just like you get paid. So there is no money out of pocket for you to talk to us. We review claims. We only take claims if we feel that we can turn them around.
Right, but also when you work on a contingency basis, especially with something like this, oh my God, you're really working for the client because you want to get them the most that they can get because everybody benefits from that.
Absolutely. Right.
Now, their phone number again, it's 480-840-1816. They work for you. And I love their website. It is onyourside.us.com. They are both residential and commercial. They do free consultations, and they work nationwide. I wanted to ask you something. When you're working with somebody, how long, is there like a certain period, like, because you said that you can do something that's a second opinion for someone. How long do you have that you come in there and still do that work for them?
That's going to vary based upon each state's statute of limitations, but it's, shoot, I'm reviewing one right now that's over 2 years old. And this is something where they were told time and time again there's no coverage, they've suffered out-of-pocket expense, but ultimately they're sitting on a broken home for the past 2 years. Now they've contacted us. Let's get them some help.
Now, again, you could call these people, they're here for you. That phone number, it's 480-840-1816. You don't have to, just call your insurance company. You might want to start there, and that's okay, I guess. Or, if not, you can call them directly. You don't need to. And I'm going to tell the story, and I've said it maybe once before. Well, I think you were here last time. I went through a disaster. And in my life. I mean, listen, you can even do it if you have a flood in your house, if the washing machine, the pipe burst or whatever. I went through where I lost my home, my entire house. You took a shovel to my kitchen. And my insurance adjuster that came in through, and I'm not going to say the name of the company, these big companies, and they didn't give us anything. I mean, it was sad. As a matter of fact, they were sued after this earthquake happened, years later, because they were doing that to everybody.
Yeah.
And so we got burned. And that's why when I heard what you do, I said, I sure wish I knew that I had someone like you to call.
Carol, when we first approach a client and the feedback we get more often than not is exactly what you just said. They feel isolated, they feel they don't have answers, they feel they don't have options. And that's where it's very important to understand when we come in, we are working for that client. And what we're going to do with that client is we'll do all communication with the insurance carrier, who is also, they are the client of that insurance carrier as well. So our job is to kind of take that burden off of the insured and make sure that we can get their life back together as quickly as possible.
Which is what you guys want too. So the phone number to call, write it down, put it in your phone, save it. You should have it by your desk just in case, because you never know when something's going to happen. The phone number to call is 480-840-1816. Their website is onyourside.us. Again, both residential and commercial, and they're nationwide. Let's talk about something commercial-wise, because we know homes. We also know that there was a big, huge storm here recently. A lot of, and not only just homes that have bad issues that happen with their roofs, businesses too. Let's talk about a business issue that you've dealt with recently.
Okay. A few months ago, there was, again, a microburst, a storm incident that happened in Kearney, Arizona. And there was ponding of water, a roof collapse.
Strip mall.
Yeah, it's a strip mall, definitely. Anyway, roof collapsed, and the carrier made their initial offer. We're in the middle of negotiating that one, uncovering additional damages, bringing in our experts, and working out that one.
Yeah, I mean, and I just want people to understand, it doesn't just happen in homes, it happens in businesses all day long.
Well, if I can give another tidbit on that one, this process has taken a long time because the insurance company is constantly denying and ignoring communication, and with that, another storm has hit. More damage has been done
Right.
because they didn't pay what was necessary to protect and preserve the property. You as the homeowner probably don't have $100,000, $200,000, or as a business owner, $500,000 cash sitting around waiting to put on a temporary roof. If you do, great. I want to get your telephone number and hang out with you. But most people
Me
don't.
too.
Right. But most people don't. And if the insurance company is going to continue to delay this, more damage is going to happen.
Commercial policies also have provisions in there for the insured to recapture loss of income, which is the disruption that typically is happening when a peril occurs.
Don't wait, write the number down. You never know when you're going to need it. You might need it now. It just rained the other day. It's a little bit windy. We had a big burst the other day. Phone number, 480-840-1816. They do second opinions. They work on a contingency basis. That website is onyourside.us.com. Welcome back, everyone. So we're having a little technical difficulties here in the studio here, but we're back on now. And we also have with us, that is calling in with us, Steve Feinstein, and he's an attorney, and we're going to talk a little bit about him. I'm going to let you introduce him and what law group he's with and why we have him here. Go ahead.
Okay. Steve Feinstein is joining us. He is an attorney. His law firm is Steve Feinstein. named after himself. He's been practicing for over 30 years, assisting policyholders in insurance claims.
Okay, and Steve, I don't know if you're there. Are you there yet on the phone with us? Okay, I didn't think so. So hold on tight with me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure that he does get on the phone with us. And so, because we're having a technical difficulty right there. He's on the phone with us right now, okay? So we want to introduce you, Steve. Thanks for calling in. Steve, I have a question. We're talking here about, claims adjusters, and one of the questions that they asked me to ask you, which I can't wait to hear the answer, is why would you hire a public adjuster and not an attorney? Yeah.
Yep.
Five times.
Well,
Right.
how come it's not a flood? Water's water. How come it's not a flood? Water is water.
Yep.
I have to tell you, I love having you on because that's such interesting information, and people don't understand that just the way you said that, you were using the word flood right there, and it's not the right word you should be using, and you're getting denied before you even started because you used that word. This is cool. Real quickly too, though, when I want to get out because we want to talk about you. When you come into the houses or the properties or whatever, business or residential, that's what you're there for. And you say you work on a contingency basis. Let's talk a little bit about, when they should call you. Why, because they know, they're going to call that's the typical thing that they would do, is just call the insurance company. How do we get them to call you first?
And one of the things that Steve just brought up that's incredibly important when he's talking about hiring a public adjuster before bringing on an attorney, he was talking about those contingency fees. Obviously, public adjusters have a lower fee than an attorney that are charging between 35 and 45%. The other key the other key to that, though, is that we're going to document a paper trail throughout that claim process. Obviously, our goal is to close the claim and maximize that. But in the event that it would have to go to litigation, that attorney then inherits a claim file that is full of documented pieces that apply to that policy specific. So it really sets up, in the event that it would have to go to litigation, it sets it up for litigation to be won by that attorney.
Cool information. I really like it because, again, of course, I went through something, so yes, I can relate to it even more so, and so many people out there have. And again, we're live on Facebook, so people out there that are watching this too, that you have to, this is all for you guys out there too, and this will be shared. And I know when it keeps on going and going and going, and other people are going to see this and hear it and go, you know what, I had no idea that I could call a public adjuster, and they work for me. Carolyn, I'm going to let you say some of the things that might be your last words. We have a couple of minutes, so go ahead and talk a little bit about what you want to say. The owner wants to talk.
My parting words. So many people are, either they think that their insurance carrier is their friend because they pay premiums, and maybe their agent sends them a Christmas card once a year, so you get that warm, fuzzy feeling. Once in 20 years, maybe you file a claim, and you feel like you have to honor that relationship and trust that. You put on your rose-colored glasses and believe that you're going to get paid and everything that you're due, but in my experience, that just doesn't happen. We always get at least 40% more than you can get on your own. We double and triple claims. And also people can be afraid of their carrier. That if they ask for too much, then they might get denied. They might get their policy canceled, their premiums raised. There's so much fear based in that it's just. It's sad that that's how the industry works.
There's a certain intimidation factor that we see quite often, and it's not carrier specific, it's all of them, and that has to do with how they're trained.
So what would be your final words? We have less than a minute. What do you want to say to them out there?
What do I want to say?
What about be prepared?
Be prepared.
It's one of the big factors is that you have to know what you've got. When was the last time you sat down and read your insurance policy? I can guarantee you never. No one does.
When was the last time you never knew that you shouldn't use the word flood because it's not the right word?
Right.
Exactly.
The first thing you do is call and say, "I've been flooded."
Denied.
Their phone number is 480-840-1816. They do second opinions. They also do free consultation. They work on a contingency basis, so they're working for you. They're both residential and commercial. Their website is onyourside.us.com.
Thank you, Carol.
Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.